That's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
A new WVU Heart and Vascular Institute is now open in Martinsburg, offering 10,000 square feet of clinic space with exam rooms, procedure rooms, diagnostic capabilities, and a dedicated patient entrance waiting area. At the WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques to provide world-class healthcare close to home. Visit the expanded WVU HVI Clinic on the Berkeley Medical Center campus, a department of Berkeley Medical Center.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The following sports special is a broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. It's time for the fun of a summertime tradition with Little League All-Star Baseball.
Play ball!
And now, let's go to the ballpark and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good evening and welcome back to Oatsdale Park here. Spencer Puig, Colin McLaughlin, happy to have you with us for Little League District 6 Area 1 tournament action here. So we're in the 3rd game as Martinsburg got the, I guess you would call it, first round bye as they played. They didn't have to play last night as Hedgesville beat Jefferson last night. So Hedgesville will now take on Martinsburg tonight. Braden Schaffner, our cameraman, back in the studio, is Nick Verzolini and Colin. You're able to watch the game from the studio side last night. It was an early start for Jefferson, but Hedgesville came back and made it the game and took the win late.
Yeah, they never backed down and gave up on themselves after giving up that early 2-run home run. They were able to fight back, score 4 runs in an inning, and then hold on and make it a 5-3 victory for them. But I was kind of mentioning in the sports mix when we had it to preview the game, it might be a disadvantage that they've already played a game because now they're without a pitcher already compared to Martinsburg, who has not played a game. They could go potentially with their #1. As for Hedgesville, they kind of have some limited options because of yesterday's game, depending on pitch count.
2 pitchers.
Yeah.
Landon Funk and Reed Michael. Aiden Fuller was the one that only went 20 pitches, so he might be able to pitch if necessary. Let's look here at the starting lineups. First for the visitors. Odd to say this here at Martinsburg Little League. The visitors, though, it's Martinsburg's the visitors tonight. Batting first, leading things off, the shortstop number 30, Dayon Fisher. Batting second, the right fielder number 13, Evan Deeds. Batting third, the pitcher number 4, Liam Coe. Batting fourth, the catcher number 9, Mason Bloch. Batting fifth, the first baseman number 10, Easton Spry. Batting sixth, the center fielder number 11, Hudson Smith. Batting seventh, the second baseman number 50, Ben Gosnell. Batting eighth, number 12, the third baseman, Eli Henderson. Batting ninth, the extra hitter, number 22, Jackson Rozier. Batting 10th, number 57, an extra hitter, Colton Cole. Batting 11th, number 39, an extra hitter, Keegan Mann. And batting 12th, the left fielder, number 1, Mason Jackson. Now over to Hedgesville. Batting first, the center fielder, number 11, Logan Harper. Batting second, the shortstop, number 46, Chase Munyon. Batting third tonight, number 8, the pitcher, Aiden Fuller. Batting fourth, 00, the right fielder, Carter Boyd. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 7, Landon Funk. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 21, Jackson Stopp. Batting seventh, an extra hitter, number 77, Jace Whittington. Batting 8th, number 34, the catcher, Kevin Blosser. Batting 9th, the third baseman, number 17, Reed Michael. Batting 10th, the extra hitter, number 20, Will Meyer. Batting 11th, number 18, an extra hitter, Michael Forney. And rounding out the lineup, number 22, the left fielder, Austin Jordan. Colin, what are you looking forward to in this matchup?
Looking to see how long the starters can go for their respected teams in Martinsburg and Hedgesville. It seemed like the big difference in our first game was that Morgan County with Anderton was able to almost go the entire way. So with that, if they can do the same here for Martinsburg and Hedgesville, I think whoever goes longer might come out as the winner.
Yeah, and let's turn it over to the PA here as they're doing a dedication.
To host this 10, 12-year-old tournament for District 6. So thank you very much for being here. I just want to take a few minutes to recognize one of our long-time volunteers who've been around for a long time, and I'm going to ask Eddie Zombro and his daughter, Bridget, to come out. Tonight we're going to honor David Zombro, who spent many, many, many years in this league coaching. And he contributed so much to this league in a very quiet way, but such a wonderful guy to be around kids and to teach those kids to play baseball. I reached out to Eddie and asked him about if he would give me some comments about David. And this is what he wrote, and it's very appropriate for David. David coached for over 30 years with the Yankees. He was a coach for 6 district titles and 2 state championships. He was a coach that the kids loved to play for. He was a great player when he played and taught the fundamentals and skills of the game to the kids. He wasn't much in dealing with parents. He always told me, that's your job, and I make the big bucks, so it's all up to you. He's never been much of a talker off the field, on the field, but he was a great leader for every kid he ever coached. Every Yankee loved David Zombro. His only weakness was if Eddie got tossed, he knew that David would be about 5 minutes behind him, so to follow suit, he just followed out with Eddie. He had great memories of Little League baseball and loved Martinsburg Little League. The both of them want to thank Martinsburg Little League for giving them both great memories that they share on Sunday morning. I just want to say that David is battling brain cancer and was supposed to be here tonight, but could not be. His health is not good. So I have with me Eddie Zombro, who coached for 40 years in this league, and his daughter Brittany. So I have a little token of our appreciation for David, and I hope you will give this to him when you get home. But it's a 2023 All-Star hat that has on the back of it Coach David. So if you would pass that on, I would appreciate it. David is battling brain cancer and not expected to make it through this, so we can all pray that he will have peace in the rest of his life. So thank you all very much. Thanks to all of our volunteers. You guys make it happen. So thank you, and have a great night. Have a great game, guys. We appreciate everything you're doing. Good night.
All right, there was the presentation there to David Zombro, and prayers up to him and his family, and hopefully he can find peace there, as Dr. Queen said up there.
Yeah, great moving token of gratitude for Coach Zombro there, and well-deserving as well. As again, our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family during this fight.
Let's step aside for a 2-minute break. We'll come back with our first pitch. You're tuned in to Little League Baseball action on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 2 minutes.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there was an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else, and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
A new WVU Heart and Vascular Institute is now open in Martinsburg, offering 10,000 square feet of clinic space with exam rooms, procedure rooms, diagnostic capabilities, and a dedicated patient entrance waiting area. At the WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques to provide world-class healthcare close to home. Visit the expanded WVU HVI Clinic on the Berkeley Medical Center campus, a department of Berkeley Medical Center.
You want to take a picture of the lineups? Okay. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call my parents. Dad, come over. The brisket's done.
The Traeger Connected Experience. Everything you need for epic flavor, and then some.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
12 seconds. Welcome back to Oakdale Park. First pitch on the way here at 7:01 p.m. Right there for first pitch. We are back here for the Little League District 6 Area 1 10 to 12-year-old tournament. Hedgesville taking on Martinsburg. Hedgesville, the home team in this matchup. Due up is Logan Harper, or excuse me, not Logan Harper, Dayon Fisher for Martinsburg. And now down in an 0-2 count already. First one was a strike, then he swung on the second one. The 0-2 delivery. That one right, a sharp liner over to the third baseman, Reed Michael, for the first out of the inning. Doing the pitching tonight, as I mentioned earlier, for Hedgesville is Aiden Fuller. We saw him last night, 20 pitches, so he's able to come back tonight, calling a quick first out there.
Yeah, great play there by the third baseman to keep his body in front of it and make that catch.
Due up now is Evan Deeds. He'll try to bunt. He bunts it foul. Pretty cool thing can happen during this broadcast. We'll have the head coaches of the high school teams, both of them on during the broadcast. Looking like top of the second inning for Martinsburg head coach Aaron Byler, and then bottom of the fourth inning for the Hedgesville head baseball coach.
Yeah, it should be fun to have them on and catch up with them and get their perspective of these teams.
Pitch in there, low for a ball, 1-1. That one fouled off to the backstop, brings the count to 1-2. Kind of adds a different style to the broadcast. I mean, see what they kind of look for as high school coaches down in this level. That one tossed or hit back up to the pitcher. He throws over to first for out number 2. Aiden Fuller able to grab it. Now due up the pitcher, number 4, Liam Coe. We're now down to 2 outs here in the top of the first. Scoreless ball game. The sun's now hidden behind the clouds. It's cooled down a little bit, Colin.
Yeah, it has, and it looks like the forecast is keeping that rain away for this game.
Was a slight chance in the 6 and 7 p.m. hour when we got here around 3:30-ish, but now it's looking good. That one swung on and missed by Coe. Back-to-back swings and misses, brings the count to 0-2. That one swung on and missed for the first strikeout of the game, and we'll head now to the bottom of the first inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR 210, back in 60.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back here to Oatsdale Park. Bottom of the first inning. Due up for Hedgesville, Logan Harper, Chase Munyon, Aiden Fuller. It was a 1-2-3 inning for Fuller on the mound, Colin, and he's got a pretty good fastball.
Yeah, you really took early command with that fastball to blow him by those Martinsburg batters, especially with the strikeout to end the inning to really fire up his teammates in Hedgesville, who are already out there trying to fire up their crowd in left center field to get behind them, as they already won yesterday, trying to stay hot in this tournament and get another win today to face Morgan County tomorrow.
Yeah, pitcher finishing his warm-up pitches in Liam Coe. Game started at 7:01. Last game lasted until about, 6:14?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
6:15, 6:14, so a quick turnaround to get to the second game of tonight's action and the final game of tonight's action before we do the same time slots again tomorrow. As getting ready to start the home half of the first inning. First pitch from Coe. In there for a called strike one, paints the corner, Colin.
Yeah, and that was a nice first pitch for him, as we're waiting to see if maybe he has a little nerves or not. Haven't got to see Martinsburg play and settle in as the corners are in on the infield.
The 0-1 delivery again on that same part of the zone gets the strike call. Now 0-2 for Coe on Harper.
If he's able to find a home in those corners, it should be a good outing for Coe.
That one swung on and missed for strikeout #1. Coe goes down swinging. Or excuse me, Harper goes down swinging on Coe the pitcher. Now due up Chase Munyon.
Munyon moved around in the lineup.
That one bunted but foul. We saw Munyon last night going 0 for 3. He's trying to get out of a rut where he struck out all 3 times at the plate. Once again, if you're just tuning in for the first time, they go through all 12 batters now. All 12 players on the team will get to bat as extra hitters throughout the contest. That one low for ball 1, now 1-1.
Yeah, you used to see where everybody had to play, so you typically see somebody go out in the field in either the third or the fourth, or have to come in and pinch hit and then be taken out as a runner. That takes all that mess away, and now everybody can be in the lineup.
The 1-1 delivery. That one to the backstop for ball 2. But one thing that we found out, Colin, in the first game that what we didn't find out last night was that they're kind of free substitutions in the infield and the outfield for the defensive substitutions. So you don't necessarily have to have them yelled out for make sure everybody gets in the ballgame. That one foul tipped into the mitt for a strike, brings the count even at 2-2. The 2-2 delivery. The one outside for ball 3, a full count.
Coe wanted to see if he could get him to chase that time around, going low and away.
The full count delivery. Called strike 3. First 2 batters have gone down gone down on strikes. As Munyon rung up there on strikes. right now has back-to-back strikeouts to start the game.
Was not happy with that one. Thought it was ball 4. You saw him start making his way down that first base line, getting ready to toss his bat.
First pitch into Fuller, catches the zone for strike 1. Fuller, the opposing pitcher, got 1 strikeout in the first inning around a ground out and a line out. The 0-1 delivery. That one back up, bounce to the second baseman. Gosnell will throw to first to complete the out. That'll do it for the bottom of the first inning. We'll head to the top of the second inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Welcome back here to Oatsdale Park as we get you set for the top of the second inning. The away half for the team that's used to saying a home half. All these players used to this being their home field for the Martinsburg Little League. Due up for Martinsburg, Mason Bloch, Easton Spry, and Hudson Smith. Expected to be joined in this inning by Martinsburg High School baseball coach Aaron Byler at some point, making his way up to the press box.
Both pitchers with solid starts so far, though, in the first, and see if it can continue into the second.
Yeah. First pitch there into Blau, outside for ball 1. Second pitch in there for a called strike 1. So 1-1 now here on Blau. That one fouled off. Goes out of play.
Boyd chased that one all the way to the wall to see if he could make a play on it, but it went out.
That one high for ball 2. Evens things up at 2-2.
With that strength to keep that bat back, wanted to swing at it at his eyes, but held back.
Swung on and missed, and that's a strikeout, the second of the night for Fuller.
And that's back-to-back strikeouts then, because he ended the first inning with the strikeout.
Now due up, Easton Spry, the first baseman. Now first one into him is a ball. Martinsburg head baseball coach Aaron Byler comes up the steps. That one popped up. First baseman Landon Funk makes the catch for out number 2.
He's late, so I don't know how much time he'll have on with us if it's only top of the second.
Yeah, we'll go to the bottom of the inning as well.
Hey, guys, sorry about that.
You're
Two
good.
quick outs on you.
There's a million people here that just want to talk about Martinsburg High School baseball. So it was a lot of...
It's all good.
It was a lot of issue getting up here. Sorry about that. Man, this is beautiful, though.
Yeah, new turf. Just like yours, the infield turf.
Well, it's just awesome how many people here and how many people come out and support tonight.
Pitch into Smith.
We know that
on and missed.
You guys were generous enough to help out the junior league yesterday as well, get their games in to start off.
Yeah, we would have did the same thing today if they needed it.
That one hit it to the second baseman. He can't glove it. He's going to try to make the throw, but that one's late as Hudson Smith gets on.
I think Little League Baseball was just, just so phenomenal. As someone who grew up involved in Little League Baseball, and his dad coached Little League Baseball, and my parents are probably watching the show right now. But it's just great, and I mean, it's kudos to you guys for doing this and putting this on TV for them. It means a lot, and every one of those kids on the field right now are going to go back and watch the game.
Yeah. First pitch into Gosnell is called strike one.
And for those who, Spencer, might not know, just to fill in the context about me saying that you guys helped out, it was due to the rain yesterday. The games were played at P.O. Faulkner, the home of the high school baseball team, because of the turf and field, compared to here for the junior league. There is no turf.
Yeah, and give a lot of credit to Trip Tobin, American Legion, for allowing that field to get turfed, and then it's just a great opportunity for us to be able to host other organizations. Everybody thinks that it was just Martinsburg High School and American Legion baseball, but we ultimately want to help everybody, and I think it's a great opportunity to have the field turfed and to be able to help everybody.
Gosnell at the plate. The 1-2 delivery called strike three, and that'll end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the inning, and Coach Byler will stick around, and we'll be back after this 60-second break. You're tuned in to Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, back in 60.
Do you need a place to go for a quick tobacco, soda, snacks, cigarettes, or beer run? Well, then you're in luck, because Enter and Exit has convenience without the cost. Enter and Exit right off Route 11 is located at 31 Meadow Lane in Martinsburg and soon to be opening in Chambersburg, PA. Enter and Exit is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. For great convenience without the cost, stop on into Enter and Exit today.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back to Oatsdale Park. Bottom of the second inning. Due up for Hedgesville, Carter Boyd, Landon Funk, Jackson Stop. We'll continue the conversation with Martinsburg head coach Aaron Byler. Later on, we'll be joined by Hedgesville head coach Eric Grove, who was umpiring the first game. That was between South Berkeley and Morgan County. But back here with Coach Byler, you had this Martinsburg team out to your facility the other day. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it's great to give back to the youth, #1, and #2. These kids are going to be kids that are going to be in our program. So I think it's great to have them be in our program, and we had them in our facility and kind of talked to them, and jokingly gave them a candy bar and told them the only thing important tonight was beating Hedgesville. So they kind of like that,
Yeah, first pitch from Fuller, second one is swung on and missed by Boyd, so it's an 0-2 count. And Coe is the pitcher here, Liam Coe, and you said he's going to be a good pitcher later on, you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think if, and sometimes it's tough to tell at this age, but I would assume that, he's throwing the ball pretty good at 12 years old. I think he's going to be an asset for us down the road. So
Carter Boyd strikes out there. They're now down to Landon Funk.
Definitely excited to have him, and definitely excited to have all these kids. I mean, it takes a lot of kids and it takes a lot of really good people to have a successful program.
Called strike one on Funk as Coe just seems to be dominating right now. 3 strikeouts so far and a ground out on the ground, and looks to keep that going here. The 0-1 delivery. That one hits the backstop off the catcher's mitt.
I know he's a few years away, but just looking at him, I think he would already fit in perfectly with your program with that flow on top of his head and losing his hat here and there, too.
Man, those kids love that hair, don't they?
Yeah.
They do. It's a funny story I'll tell you after this pitch.
The 1-1 delivery. Called strike 2.
When I first started coaching, we had a haircut rule. That was a long time ago in Pennsylvania, and that haircut rule has since went by the wayside.
Yeah.
We don't try to enforce that anymore. I think we'd lose some kids.
The 1-2 delivery by Coe. Ball 2 just just inside.
We're almost to the point where we just encourage it. It's look good, feel good, play good, right?
There you go.
I think as long as they're looking good and feel good, and these uniforms are sweet, man. I think Martinsburg's got some sweet unis. We might need to get the pinstripes next year.
Yeah.
Got the orange pinstripes as well.
Yeah, I like them a lot. I like them a lot.
The black sleeves.
2-2 delivery from Coe. Swung on and missed for another strikeout. That's 4 strikeouts for Liam Coe on the mound. And 5 total outs.
See, not only did I have to talk to everybody getting in here, but he was striking everybody out, so the outs just kept going and going and going. So I got a bunch of excuses why I was late to getting on there tonight.
Both starting pitchers are dealing today.
Yeah, they're both phenomenal. This is a great baseball game. It's great, like we talked about earlier. It's a great atmosphere, and
it's cooled down a bit too.
Yeah,
so.
It's a little.
First pitch in to Jackson. Stop. It's called strike 1.
It was very humid earlier, and it's nice to have a great night here at the ballpark, and the crowd is phenomenal too as well.
The 0-1 delivery, that one fouled off, Stop's leg. And new rule in Little League Baseball is this year you get all 12 players on the team to hit as extra hitters.
Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, honestly, between us and whatever, I think it takes away from baseball a little bit. I think rules were implemented originally with 9 players and 9 fielders from the start.
The 0-2 delivery swung on and missed.
And I'm just not a huge fan, but I am a huge fan of Little League Baseball, and I appreciate you guys.
You got to be a big fan of Liam Coe. He's got 5 strikeouts.
Yeah, I think he's going to be phenomenal. I thank you guys for having me, and appreciate you guys for being here and everything you do.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Coach Byler. We'll step aside for a 60-second break. When we come back, we'll have the top of the 3rd.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
They're texting me back. Welcome back here to Oatsdale Park as we get you set for the top of the 3rd inning already, and the sun coming up there as first pitch swinging over to first for out number 1, as that was Eli Henderson, the younger brother of Martinsburg baseball player Grant Henderson, who phenomenal in JV last year. Will most likely get to start or get to pitch for varsity next year, but he goes down on the first pitch swinging, and it's a 6-3 ground out. First pitch now again swinging, that one to the shortstop again, and we've got another 6-3 ground out on Jackson Roser.
2 pitches, 2 outs. Quick work here for Hedgesville, and that really helps because of that pitch count, allowing your pitcher and Fuller to be able to potentially go longer into this game if he keeps that pitch count low.
Yeah, the sun is now all of a sudden becoming unbearable.
Yeah, you can see the reflection off the turf too, kind of making it hard for our camera.
Colton Cole, is up to bat. First pitch in there for a called strike. Yeah, now you're getting to the point where left field is partially covered, with the trees from the sun. But second pitch in there for a called strike. And then you got some shadows mostly in right center field, and then in lines of shadows in center field. The 0-2 delivery, that one popped up and out of play.
That one somehow could have stayed in play. It could have been dangerous. That had a good bit of distance on it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to put my hat on here real quick.
I'm using my hand right now.
I can't see a thing. That one fouled off to the backstop.
I was about to say, you didn't need to see that one. You could hear that one hit the backstop.
My hat, putting that on helps a little bit.
He has sunglasses. He doesn't need double pair. Yeah.
No, sunglasses, when it's coming in from the angle we're sitting at, doesn't really help.
That's true.
He's swung on and missed. That goes to the backstop. He's going to try to get to first. And he is safe because he took the foot off the bag.
Yeah,
so
that was a
Cole makes it to first.
tough play there for Funk. He had to jump up for that one, tried to keep that foot on the bag, but just couldn't do so, and by the time it came back down, it was too late.
First pitch now into Keegan Mann. So he's now got a runner on first with 2 outs. 1-0 delivery. And their first strike. I believe it's 1-1. Scoreboard says 2-0, but I do believe 1-1 there. Called strike 2.
Scoreboard getting it fixed now.
There we go. 2-2 delivery, or 1-2 delivery. That one popped up, and that one is off the wall. A double, a stand-up double for Keegan Mann. Has 2 runners now in scoring position.
Yeah, he had all of that one, and it, I believe, maybe even hit the yellow piping on the top of that fence. That's the only part that potentially kept that one in. I was trying to stare out in the right center as long as possible to see where it was landing, and almost thought it was a home run the way Martinsburg fans in right center were reacting, but
that one popped up, makes the catch. So you get 2 on and a big double, but nothing to come of it, as we'll head to the bottom of the inning. After this 60-second break, you're tuned into Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire? Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
A new WVU Heart and Vascular Institute is now open in Martinsburg, offering 10,000 square feet of clinic space with exam rooms, procedure rooms, diagnostic capabilities, and a dedicated patient entrance waiting area. At the WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques to provide world-class healthcare close to home. Visit the expanded WVU HVI Clinic on the Berkeley Medical Center campus, a department of Berkeley Medical Center.
Welcome back to Oatsdale Park. Colin, do you want to break the breaking news?
Let me pull it up. Not sure if anything's official or not yet, but it is being reported that the coaching search for the next head coach of West Virginia University men's basketball might have been found from within.
Well, it appears to be interim, the interim tag.
Yeah.
They're going to have to do this all over again next summer.
Yep, it seems like they have come to terms with current assistant Josh Eilert to be the interim head basketball coach, which is a little surprising because the first reports that we heard were that they wanted to find somebody long-term and not go an interim route, but you might have to go interim before you can find somebody long-term.
Here's something. W first choice was former WVU head coach Josh Beeline, but couldn't close the deal. First pitch to Whittington was a ball, 1-0. So breaking news this hour as West Virginia names assistant coach Josh Eilert the new interim head coach for the basketball program. Called strike 1 there. on Whittington, makes it 1-1.
He squared around the bunt, so we'll see the infield corners come in, expecting a bunt potentially this time around.
In there for a ball, 2-1.
Yeah, knowing that he potentially was going to bunt, decided to pitch that one up and in.
The 2-1, now 2-2 on the swinging strike. 5 strikeouts so far on the day for Liam Coe. That one, a ball, makes it 3-1.
That's really impressive when all but 1 out has been via strikeout.
Yeah. The payoff pitch from Coe. In there, called strike 3, make that 6 strikeouts for Liam Coe.
He's been putting it on the money, hasn't backed down, hasn't been phased when behind in the count. He's just going up there. It's just thrown right to the catcher, not worried about who's up to the bat.
Kevin Blosser due up. First pitch into him. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. Once again, thanks to Martinsburg head coach Aaron Byler for stopping by. The start of the next inning will be joined by head coach for the Hedgesville Eagles baseball team, Eric Grove. The 0-1 delivery, that popped up and out of play, foul. So Coe has him right where he wants him, at 0-2.
Yeah, let's see if he goes right at him with a fastball, or if he maybe throws a breaking ball to see if he can get him to chase or not.
The 0-2 delivery by Coe. Swung on and missed. Going to throw down, and they've got him. Back to back to back to back to back to back strikeouts now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been absolute dominance for Coe up there. That fastball was, I think the reason why it was dropped was because of how fast and that velocity he has on it kind of just made it go right in and out of the catcher's glove. But
7 strikeouts now as Reed Michael trying to break that trend here. Due up to the play with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. That one back up the middle. Gloved by the shortstop. He'll throw over, and that will do it here for the end of the 3rd inning. We'll head to the 4th after this 60-second break. You're tuned into Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 60.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg is your favorite place to have a great meal, a good time, and to catch all the games. Join us Mondays for 75-cent wings and follow your favorite team from the bar on our 17 TVs located all throughout the bar or from the outdoor fire pit. Ollie's has great food and drink menus and features specials for every day of the week, including Saturdays when you can get a 16-ounce ribeye steak grilled the way you want it for just $24.95. That's Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. We'll see you for the game.
Welcome back to Oatsdale Park here in the top of the 4th inning in a fast-moving game. We're now joined on the game by head coach for the Hedgesville Eagles baseball team, Eric Grove. You were out there umping the first game, and now you're getting to watch some potential future Eagles.
Sure, it's always good to get out here and watch these kids, and this is figured to be a really competitive atmosphere tonight, and they've lived up to the bill so far. Been a very well-played game.
First hitter due up in this inning. We'll go back to the top of the lineup already. It'll be Dayon Fisher. First pitch into him hits the turf for a ball.
Just seems like both teams have really not been able to adjust to the starting pitchers.
Yeah,
really get comfortable.
I think, they're throwing a lot of strikes, and you're just a little off balance here. Nerves, everybody's anticipating this to be a big game. It's like a playoff game that we come into. Teams score a lot of runs, and all of a sudden, the lights get a little brighter, and it's whichever team responds away from that first will probably have an edge in this one.
The 1-1 delivery outside for ball 2. And whenever we're at your games and, we go to interview you after the game, it seems like you got a lot of Little League kids, waiting for the guys to come out of the field.
Yeah, that's one of the things that our kids have been really good about. And I just sometimes, working with Little League can be a positive and a negative, but I've tried to make it as positive as I can be. Just, our field gets overused some, but other than that, the way that, we kind of build a culture where they feel like they belong and they've been a part of what we're doing. And we've had some players come through there that were the autograph signers and take the picture with the kids. That means the world to kids his age. I can remember being this age and idolizing some of the kids that were older than me, and now I'm just a steward of all that, I guess.
Swung on and missed as 4 gets him to go down swinging. And, a guy that a lot of Hedgesville players are going to look up to, probably 2 of them now, one being Chase DeLauder, who's about to make his professional ball debut in the minors, and then Kyle West, who just entered the transfer portal and is going to go to the state school in West Virginia. That's big for your program, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, nice bunt there by, I'm not sure what number 13.
Looks like that's Evan Deeds.
Trust me, I have a lot of ill feelings for well-placed bunts right now, but I'll get over it. That's a well-placed bunt.
Got a little flashback there?
Yeah, no, I'm having some PTSD, but yeah, I mean, kids are, they love when Kyle and Chase come back. They love when all our kids come back, and
that one hit on the line, but foul.
And I just think they're such a good ambassador for our program because, we're blessed to have those 2 kids, and we've been blessed to have a lot of really good kids, and when, it just kind of gives kids a hope of, well, maybe this can happen to me, because it takes a lot of hard work, and it starts really at this age here, and they get on the big field, and the game really changes. You see some real superstars out here that do really well at that level, and some don't, so it's kind of hard. You see some of the best out here, but it doesn't always translate. 2 grows into their body and continues to work at it, and this Hedgesville group's pretty good, and this Martinsburg group seems really good too, so wouldn't expect anything else really.
Runner over at second, and now it's a 2-1 count. And I saw your baseball team. I'm assuming it was you shared the quote from our show with Kyle the other day about Hedgesville was a foundation for what he is. What does that mean? Coming from a guy that has been out of your program for a few years, but you still keep into contact with, and is saying that about your program.
I got way more involved with him transferring than I ever would have dreamed I would, and I met some pretty incredible people along the way. What's weird is when you're making that second jump, they don't want to know what type of baseball player he is because they already know that, and they don't really care what I think. But like, what did he go through in your program? What type of human being was he? And I've always been able to advertise good human beings, so that makes it a lot easier. I think it's definitely. It's great to hear, and it's great for our kids to hear because hopefully they buy into what we're doing because I feel like it works, and so do some people that are doing it at a way higher level than I ever did. So
3-2 delivery there. He'll walk him. Runners on the corners. And then, Chase is going to make his minor league debut coming up. He had a little setback, but I saw he hit a dinger the other night in the Arizona Complex League, and he's a few years out of your program, but he's a guy that seems to have learned a lot from your program.
It's weird how he's forgotten about compared to Kyle still in the moment doing things, and Riley Bubb coming back to play, and a few others playing in college. Chase is coming back in a big way, and it's just going to be a process for him to make sure he's fully healthy and getting back to dominating, but I have no doubt that he will, and really excited for him and his family. And
one hit back up the middle, coming around to score is one runner. They're going to send the second run, and it's a 2-run lead for Martinsburg. Ball hits the backstop. It's into second is the hitter. And, when you talk about your program and, you guys able to head down to the States this year and get to the state championship game, and, Braylon Connor unfortunately comes up with that injury, but he was able to play through it. And does that kind of show what Hedgesville is that he's going to play through the injury?
It says a lot about him. And it does. We like to think our kids are tough. Braylon is tough. And I talked to him that day. The only thing that concerned me about him playing that day was, if something didn't go your way, like it can't all of a sudden be the injury. It can't be, you can't show a sign of emotion that's going to then trigger something bad out of your teammates. And he was awesome. He was awesome in that moment, and he really showed a battle-tested approach down there, and his toughness, I think, gave us a chance. We didn't play very well, but he did. We had a chance, and that's just what type of kid he is. He's had to overcome a lot in his life, and you could look at that as saying, well, it's really unfortunate you get hurt in your last high school game, but you could have got hurt 20 games for that and then had to go to the doctor and never played again. So we'll live with that, and he's in a great place, and he'll get better, and he's going to go to college, and I think he'll do well also. I think this group will perform well at the next level too, just because of their tenacity, and Braylon really wants to work at it, and I'm sure the other guys, once they figure out where they fit in, they will too.
The 1-1 delivery upcoming after a mound visit in there for strike 2 to Spry. After going out to talk to the pitcher was the manager and Fuller, and now he's throws a strike here. And after this pitch, I'll ask you another question, Coach. The 1-2 delivery, that one back up into left field, a shot for Easton Spry, an RBI single, brings in Blotch. But what was your favorite part about this last season for your team? You've had some time to reflect, obviously, with the season coming to an end about a month ago now, and what can you take away from your group that you had this year?
I think just the development in their self-belief and how they really started to look like a team that belonged instead of maybe just being a fringe team that belonged. The expectation to win big games, and that wasn't always there, and it just felt like we needed to get over a hump, and I think we did it a couple times early in the year, and that is what really propelled us to make a really remarkable playoff run. And I get people say, well, were you underappreciated? And that's just noise to me. In high school, you're still dealing with 14 to 18-year-old adults that are developing, and they
popped up and out of play.
Change a lot over their careers. So just the fact that how far they came, and to have a record of 28-9, and to beat some good teams in the playoffs, and it's weird when you get to Charleston. I don't want to say you're satisfied, but it feels very selective to get to go. And it's the first time I've won a game there, and we were in both times. I was really proud of how we battled back from a really tough inning at the state tournament to at least give ourselves a chance. I think that's what speaks to what Hedgesville has become more than anything, that they didn't give up, and the spot wasn't too big for them.
Smith strikes out there as we're now at 2 outs in the inning. Colin, any questions over there?
What are you looking forward to, I guess, during your off season with any flex days potentially here right now?
Well, we just used a few days over the 3-week period, and I have not been a part of a group like this yet. We have some massive numbers right now, and I feel like every coach says that before the season, but I like to think I'm credible enough to that means something. We've had a lot of kids there. It kind of makes me nervous for next spring, because we'll have some tough decisions to make, but I don't have to make that right now. That's 6 or 7 months off, and my message to all 55 to 60 of them is you better work or you're going to get lapped, and I told them that personally. And this off season, we usually get started around Thanksgiving with like running and going to the weight room and doing all our conditioning and stuff, and I don't use a lot of flex days till the turn of the calendar. We talked about maybe doing a couple of scrimmage games this fall.
Swung on and missed, and that'll end the inning. You want to stick around with us for another inning, or you got to head out?
No, I'm here for the duration, so I'll hang out for another half inning.
We'll step aside for a 1-minute break. We come back, we'll be joined once again by head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles, Eric Grove. It's a 3-0 lead for Martinsburg over Hedgesville. You're tuning in to Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
We're back. Welcome back. We're joined again by head coach Eric Grove. And new rule this year in Little League, 12 batters will hit. Interesting rule there to get everybody an at-bat at least probably once or twice.
Yeah, that follows what we were just talking about. I might have to have a massive lineup next year, but then we don't have that rule.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you knew if you had any thoughts on that, because we talked earlier with Coach Byler, and he said he wasn't a fan of it, kind of felt like it takes the strategy away of having to go out and substitute kids.
Well, I do think,
that one grounded back up over to the third baseman. I'll throw to first for the out, and there's out number one.
Yeah, to me, it's not doesn't seem like baseball. There's got to be some kind of tactical work that a coach is going to do. Now it's just, okay, here we are, we're going to hit. I don't like that. But, it's a different world we live in now, so that's probably part of it. But I'd like to think you sub people in and out and make those decisions on the fly. It's a part of what this is, but I'm not as up on that.
First pitch coming in to Michael Forney. And Coach Grove, you were telling me you had a couple new guys coming to your off-season program, but it's hard to tell, how much of an impact for the baseball transfer rule you're going to have, because all these guys play summer ball.
Yeah, and we had a few days over the summer and I just said, I had them reach out to me like, I'm transferring, and I said, that's great until I hear something from my principal or AD. Don't come to anything, don't talk to me. And I just, this is a crazy world we live in. It's just it's going to be a part of the game, because college is kind of forced the hands of those underneath of them, and we live in a world where everybody thinks that they should get to make their own choices, but sometimes you got to stick it out. And I know there's circumstances that this could be a tough play here.
Tough play by the pitcher. He doesn't get the throw over in time, so a runner on here.
I think, well, first of all, this is a baseball thing. He's done a really good job of working down in the zone here. That was what burned Hedgesville last inning. A lot of pitches up in the zone, they were able to hit the ball in the gaps. But, that was a tough play, especially on turf. That's a tough play. But, talking about this circumstance with transfers, it's really new to me, too. Somebody asked me, well, what's it mean to get in the portal? I said, that's a great question, because I can't really answer it for you. But honestly, I learned more from Kyle than I did from any of advice I was given from my athletic director or principal or anything. And I don't think there was a real good plan for that going forward either. But it'll be interesting, because I can't be a part of a world where we're going to recruit kids. That's not.
Well, that's what never made sense to me. Was it's essentially in the student's hands, because it's not like college where you put yourself in the portal. Hey, so and so's calling you. So and so's calling you. You can't recruit in high school in the state of West Virginia. So what? It doesn't make sense to even have it.
Yeah, I'm not. This is hard for me to sit here as what I'd like to think a grown adult now and say, I really need this kid to come play for me. You're 15 years old. I'm not going to say it's below me, but that just seems off for me. If they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. And
by the way, Co with another strikeout.
Yeah. And down to 2 outs here in the inning.
A lot of strike ones out of him, too. And, that's just gets these hitters off balance, because then they're guessing. But it's a lot of fastballs. And got impressive velocity for this age.
And, later on you could see some of these guys on your team for Martinsburg because the lines for Little League are different than the lines for the school system. As Chase DeLauder played on the Martinsburg Little League team.
A lot of our good players played Martinsburg Little League. Brett Pedersen, Riley Bubb, all the DeLauders, Connor Quinn. Yeah, it's always been, we do this. You talk about doing this stuff over the summer. I always make it to Hedgesville Middle, but then there's kids from North that come that I never even know about until school year starts. Just recently, was it a thing to go speak to them about what we're going to do over the summer or whatever? And this year was so crazy at the end of the year because we kept playing. I just didn't have time to go, but there'll probably be one or two kids I don't know about that went there. Or
pitch in there, and it's a walk, so another walk here, or another base runner on. 2 outs here for the next batter.
This is going to be a big out here because they've got, first play was ball that went 30 feet. Now you got a walk. So as a pitcher, you're a little bit like, okay, I didn't deserve to have these runners on base here maybe. So if Hedgesville were to push one of these runs across, that's a little bit deflating. They need to look at scoring here.
What is going on now?
He needs sunglasses.
Oh.
Just like us.
I'd make sure mine were still up here. It probably would help, but I'm at a good angle here. I guess I can still see enough of it down here.
So do you often come out to these Little League games, or just because you were here umpiring?
No. Well, I usually come because I got great support from a lot of these people for our games. So the least I can do is come out here for them. These kids, I love a lot of these kids that they're the first ones. I can actually, usually I don't hear the crowd at our games, but we were life or death against Musselman one of those last 2 games, and I heard our Little Leaguers up there trying to will our kids on. That means a lot to me, and I should be out here for them. And these are big games, and this doesn't have anything to do with how their high school career goes, but you want to win these types of games. It gives you good memories to go back on when your back's against the wall, and as you get older, that you say, hey, I beat this team, or we lost this team. You want to say you beat them, and like you said, a lot of them aren't on the same teams then. But
1-1 delivery, that one popped up in play, shallow outfield, and the shortstop comes over to make the catch. And that'll conclude the inning, a 3-0 lead for Martinsburg. Thanks, Coach Grove, for coming on with us, and we look forward to speaking to you soon. We'll be back after this 60-second break for more Little League baseball action.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Welcome back to Oatsdale Park here. Top 5, Martinsburg up 3-0. They're at the plate as field is mostly shadows now, Colin.
Yeah, except for right in our faces, the shining sun. So we've seen it. Just the last batter kind of caused some issues for him, as before his at-bat he had to ask for a pair of sunglasses to wear. I don't know if our catcher's wearing any or not. I can't really tell, but with the mask that might cause enough a protective shade amongst his eyes to be able to see the pitch coming towards him.
Fast-moving game so far. That one popped up and out of play. Fuller still on the mound for Hedgesville. Up to 64 pitches, 65 with that pitch.
Which means he has 20 left.
The 0-1 delivery. That one grounded to the first baseman. He'll throw to Fuller for out number 1. As Eli Henderson grounds out. Jackson Roser due up.
That looked like a tough play for a brief second. I almost thought Funk was going to trip over his feet, but was able to keep his balance to step on the bag after making the catch.
That one lined over to the second baseman. He makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out as a liner. L4 in the scorebook.
Yeah, he had to wait to see if that one was going to hang or if he had to dive forward to make that catch. It kind of just looked like he eventually almost fell forward to scoop that one and snag it before it hit the turf.
2 outs here, due up Colton Cole. That one to the backstop. Cole advanced to first on a strikeout last time he came around to score.
That's what sparked that 3-run inning for
and then a double by the Keegan Mann, the next batter up, as we've got a timeout by the ump.
He said no pitch. I'm not sure.
Pitch didn't count.
Why? I didn't see any signal for a timeout called by anybody. Maybe the umpire just did it because he lost his eyesight from the sun. Would be my only thought, potentially.
The 1-0 delivery. That hit off the umpire there. Nicked him.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. Just kind of went past the glove of the catcher and they'll let him walk it off. Martinsburg's coach makes sure he's okay. It looks like he is.
Fuller still on the mound here with 2 outs in the 5th inning. For the most part, it's been a pitcher's duel with Liam Coe going 4 innings, allowing a hit, a walk, and 8 strikeouts. Fuller so far in 4 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts for him.
It was just that top of the 4th that's been the difference.
The 2-0 delivery. Is that a ball?
Yeah, they called it a ball. They check swing. He held back. I almost thought maybe he had a piece of it, but
yeah, I couldn't tell because I had the cement pillar here if they checked down a first. 3-0 delivery. That will be a ball. It'll walk him. Colton Cole takes the walk. 2 outs. Brings up Keegan Mann, who doubled to the wall his last time up. I could barely tell if that one stayed in, remember?
Yeah, that one was
That was the start of the sun being very terrible.
Yeah.
Here. That one to the backstop. Cole will advance to second.
And that was the issue in that top of the 4th as well. A few passed balls to allow those base runners of Martinsburg to get into scoring position to put the pressure even more on Hedgesville.
That one fouled off, I believe.
Yep, you were corrected. They called it a dead ball foul, so the runner has to go back to second.
One delivery, fouled off again. 1-2. On man. The 1-2, 2 outs. Called strike 3. The 8th strikeout for Fuller. Both pitchers now have 8 strikeouts on the day. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th after this 60-second break. You're tuned into Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Mommy, where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill. Meat, corn, even pie. And then the Traeger does the rest, which brings everyone to celebrate this beautiful thing that they've created. Because when you share delicious food with your friends, that's the flavor of life.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Welcome back to Oatsdale Park here. Bottom of the fifth inning. Due up for Hedgesville is Aiden Fuller, with Coe still on the mound and dealing. As what did we say his pitch count was at? Only 47.
Yeah, I'm looking up at the scoreboard. It looks like he's at 47, so.
That one fouled off. Coe has a chance to go the distance and stay under the pitch count limit.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if he doesn't, honestly, at this rate, with only 6 outs remaining for Hedgesville as they trail Martinsburg by 3.
The 0-1 delivery. Called strike 2.
That one just froze full. You could see if you were tuned in on TV 10, he ducked thinking that one was going to come and hit him, and then it just tailed into the strike zone.
That one grounded over to the second baseman. He'll throw to the first baseman for the out. That was a great play by the second baseman there to get the out.
This has just been a very fundamental defensive performance for Martinsburg. It's either been strikeouts or the defense backing up Coe to get the out.
That one popped up into left field, but grabbed by the left fielder, Jackson, for out number 2.
Jackson getting a high five from his teammate in center field and had to shake his hand off after that high five. It might have hurt his throwing hand a little bit.
So 2 outs now with Landon Funk due up. Called strike 1.
Still shaking off his hand after that high five.
The 0-1 delivery. That one's high for ball 1. Hat falls off for Coe.
He's trying to do a little bit extra in his pitch to add some velocity behind it. He's getting deeper and deeper into this one. The hat again falls off.
Another ball.
You're not a true Martinsburg player if your hat doesn't fall off, though, I feel like.
I don't know. That's all the EPAC players, remember?
That is true.
It even happened in Legion to the opposing team. I think somebody from West Lawn had that happen. The 2-1 delivery from Coe. Swung on and missed as that one goes by him. 2-2 count here with 2 outs.
I'd love to have a radar up here just to see how fast he's truly throwing.
The 2-2 delivery outside or inside for ball 3. 2 base runners allowed so far for Liam Coe. A walk and a hit. The payoff pitch. Called strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Liam Coe over 5 innings on 55 pitches. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned to Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 60.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
My kids. You know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Welcome back to Oatsdale Park. Top of the 6th inning. 8-4 still on the mound so far for him. 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. 2 of those earned. 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. 75 pitches, 53 for strikes. 23 batters faced. Mason Jackson due up. Mason Jackson is 0 for 1 today. He popped out. First pitch in there for a ball as the sun peeks out once again, Colin.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to stick it out without sunglasses because I already took them off.
That one popped up. Now I got to take mine off. Popped up to the shortstop, making the catch there was Munyon.
The good news is at least the entire field, it looks like, is all completely in the shade now. I don't really see any
it's just us.
Sun spots
just us up here
to cause any issues for any players. So,
all right, well, that was a quick, 2 pitches and an out for Fuller, who's got 8 pitches left to give, I believe. First pitch now into Fisher at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a line out. That one hit to the fence.
Wow.
Making the catch was the right fielder, Carter Boyd. What a catch at the warning track for out number 2. Fantastic defense.
I mean, that's a Sports Center #1 in top 10 plays, period, end of story. Running back with the fence there and diving for it full extension to make that catch. Tremendous.
First pitch now into Evan Deeds. Fouled off into our microphone.
My head's still rattling hearing that sound.
1-1 count here on Deeds, who's 1 for 2 on the day. He tries to bunny, bunts foul. It's now 1-2 with 2 outs for Fuller, looking to go the complete game. Well as his counterpart here in Liam Coe.
Yeah, it's been a great game for both Coe and for Fuller. It was just that top of the 4th inning that's been the difference.
17 strikeouts in this game. 1-2. That one popped up, and it's going to be a bloop single for Deeds. He's going to go to second. He's going to slide in, and he's safe. A 2-out double for Evan Deeds as he takes the second base.
Yeah, great hustle there by Deeds. It originally did look like, I agree, Spencer, that it was just going to be a 2-out single, but he was aggressive on the base paths and saw where it dropped in left center field, just the spacing that he had, and wanted to take a chance.
First pitch now into Liam Coe. He swings and misses. Coe has been the victim of a strikeout tonight, but also walked once. And has a run scored on that walk. Fouls that one off, 0-2. Fuller only a few more pitches to give. I think this is going to be his last hitter. He's at 85 now. The 0-2, fouled off.
I mean, all he needs is one strike and it doesn't matter. You don't need to change pitchers if he's able to get this out.
The 0-2 delivery from Fuller. High and inside for ball 1.
You got a runner in scoring position, so you got to be very careful.
But you just need one out. The 1-2 outside 2-2. That one just off the plate.
Yeah, the catcher tried to frame that one as best as he could. I believe that's Blosser behind the plate.
2-2, 2 outs. Popped up and out of play. This is the last batter for Fuller. He wants to take him the distance, get him out of this inning. The 2-2. That one popped up. Left center field. That's going to drop. Coming around to score is one runner. Indeed, it's a 2-out double. Makes it 4-0 Martinsburg, and we're going to have a pitching change here as Fuller's day is done by pitch count limit. But Colin, he's had a great game, minus the 6 hits he gave up. He still struck out 8 in this one.
Yeah, it's still an outing that you can be proud of for Hedgesville, and it was ultimately that third inning, a few pass balls to put the pressure, and then the back-to-back hits that really got Martinsburg going to make this one now, after this run, a 4-0 game, but still a solid outing by Aiden Fuller, and one to not hang your head on.
We'll step aside for a 30-second break. Get the pitching change. You're tuned in to Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Back in 30 seconds.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We'll go to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rock's, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
Welcome back to Oatsdale Park. Spencer DePuy, Colin McLaughlin, happy to have you with us. Cameraman this evening, Braden Schaffner. Back in the studio, Nick Verzolini. Happy to have you with us from the Little League District 6 Area 1 10 to 12-year-old tournament. As we have got a pitching change, it is now on the mound Carter Boyd, the pitcher, and night is done for Aiden Fuller by pitch count limit. 90 pitches, 63 for strikes, faced 27 batters over 5 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, striking out 8. So we'll see what Boyd can do here. Just needs 1 out to get out of the inning.
You got a runner still in scoring position as well for Martinsburg to try to tack on to its lead.
Once we're over here on the radio, we'll get you over to the Nats baseball. I believe that gets started at 9 or 8:40.
I'll double check.
I believe it's 8:40. I just got the notification that they were getting ready for warm-ups from the at-bat app. I believe it's 8:40.
Yep, 8:40 in San Diego.
Yep, the 2-2 pitch. Or excuse me. They get it, the runner going over to third. There's a new batter. The first ball in there to Bloch. So runner now 1 base away from scoring the 1-0 delivery. That hits him. I believe it hits him.
I think it did. Hopefully he's okay, as he's just a little frustrated.
I believe it hit him.
Unless it hit the bat. It sounded like it hit something.
It must have hit the bat. That one over to the second baseman, throw to first for the out to Funk. That'll do it. Led to the bottom of the 6th inning. Do or die for Hedgesville, down 4-0. You're tuned in to Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Back in 60 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna call my parents. Dad, come over. The brisket's done.
The Traeger Connected Experience. Everything you need for epic flavor, and then some.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Welcome back. As Colin. Is that still Co out there?
Yeah.
It is Co.
It's
I
Co.
don't know why I didn't think it was Co.
I would be surprised if it wasn't.
Bottom sixth inning. As Co tries to finish the game, complete game. He's got pitches to give. He's only got 57 pitches.
Yeah.
And he struck out 9 so far, going up a hit and a walk over 5 innings. 57 pitches, 41 for strikes, facing just over the minimum in 17 batters.
Got the kids and the fans jamming out here in the bottom of the sixth. Got some flashlights going from left center field for the Hedgesville fans.
As due up for Hedgesville, Jackson Stomp, Jace Whittington, and Kevin Blosser.
Number 21 playing second base, Jackson Stomp.
All three of those guys are 0 for 1. As this is just the second time around the lineup because of the 12-batter rule, Colin. First pitch in a stop, pulls the bat back, but still in the zone for a called strike one.
And that one perfectly placed in that top left corner of the strike zone.
The 0-1 delivery. That one hits the backstop 1-1.
That one, I think, kind of slipped out of his hand as you could see Co wipe his hand off after that.
The 1-1 delivery swung on and missed for strike number 2. 1-2 here on stop. The 1-2 delivery from Co. That one popped up shallow right center field. Coming in on it is the right fielder, center fielder in Hudson Smith to make out number 1. So winner of this game will take on Morgan County tomorrow for the area championship, advancing to districts. The loser will wait till Monday, I believe, and take on the winner of South Berkeley and Jefferson. That one hits Whittington. He'll take his base.
Yeah, it looks like that one kind of got him right in the back of his left leg as he made his way over to first, but has not stepped on the bag yet. Immediately went over to his coach and might have to have a pinch runner for him. Hopefully he's okay. It's just a little stinger. Walk it off. He's good to go.
Coming out of the game. He's a gamer.
Tough it out. He's gonna jog it off, shake it off, and maybe we'll even see him steal now. I mean, down 4-0.
I don't know. You don't want to make the second out at second base.
It's true.
Put yourself down to 1 out. But Blosser in the box here against Co. First pitch into Blosser. It's called strike 1.
It's interesting that they keep squaring around a bunt with only 2 outs remaining. You don't want to give an out away. Don't want to sacrifice in any situation.
The 0-1 delivery, that one right back up the middle. The shortstop can't glove it. And they can attempt the double play or at least get 1 runner out. So now 2 on with 1 out.
Yeah, he knows that he made a mistake. It kind of, from up here, it looked like he was just concentrated on wanting to step on that bag to make the double play by himself and didn't look that one all the way into the glove.
Hedgesville last night beat Jefferson 5-3. They're in danger here of getting shut out by Martinsburg, but they've got 2 on now. First pitch into Michael. Reed Michael at the plate. Reed Michael 0 for 1. The 0-1 delivery. Called strike 2. Coe goes up 0-2 on Michael.
And Michael not happy with that one. Thought it was outside, but must have hit the strike zone as soon as it came across the plate.
The 0-2 delivery. Ball. High and outside. The 1-2 delivery from Coe. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 10 for Liam Coe. Domination mowing down the hitters.
Yeah, that fastball has been on point tonight, and that one for the 10th strikeout to blow by Michael.
What sticks out to me about this game is for Coe, he struck out 10 on 68 pitches.
Yeah, he's been very
not messing around.
efficient.
He's not getting into 2-2, 3-2 counts. But the first pitch now into Meyer.
Nope, he's making sure that he's the one ahead in the count, really making sure those first pitches are strikes.
The 0-1 delivery. Called strike 2 on the outer edge. Coe could end this one with a strikeout here, and it'd be his 11th on the day. The 0-2 by Coe. That was a ball. Going to get the guy in the rundown, but he's safe. He gets back in time at second.
That was a great swim move.
Yeah.
Looked like you back in the day out there swimming.
The 1-2 from Coe. Swung on and missed. 11 strikeouts. 10 strikeouts for, no, it is 11. 11 strikeouts for Coe on the day. That'll end it. Martinsburg shuts out Hedgesville. They will play Morgan County tomorrow at 7 p.m. 72 pitches on the evening. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up here for the second day of Little League Baseball action. You're tuned into Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
This is Eric at Hancock Chevrolet. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hancock Chevrolet, it is that easy. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hancock Chevrolet will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time in a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Cumberland to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hancock Chevrolet absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HancockChevy.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want, and your new ride will be delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Welcome back to Oatsdale Park. Here's to wrap things up. A 4-0 shutout for Martinsburg Little League 10 to 12-year-old All-Stars over Hedgesville. In what was just a dominating performance on the mound by Liam Coe. 6 innings, giving up 1 hit and 1 run along with an error. So 3 total base runners given up, but 11 strikeouts on 72 pitches, Colin. 52 strikes pitched.
Yeah, it was a spectacular outing for Coe, and I said it at the beginning of the game, the difference was going to be the starting pitchers. Both, though, you got to tip your caps to, because both him and Fuller were fantastic today, even though the biggest difference was that top of the 4th inning when Martinsburg was able to get a few runners on, a few passed balls, added even more pressure to Hedgesville, and Martinsburg came out on top, and now they need one more win tomorrow to advance, and it'll be a tough game against Morgan County. Looking forward to it tomorrow night.
Yeah, well, so we went down the pitching stats there for Liam Coe. Let's go on the hitting stats. It's 7 hits, 4 runs, 4 RBIs, 2 walks for Martinsburg as a team. Evan Deeds goes 2 for 3. Liam Coe goes 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. Mason Bloch goes 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Easton Spry goes 1 for 2 with an RBI. Hudson Smith goes 1 for 2. And then Keegan Mann goes 1 for 2. Walks for Colton Cole. And then, as I mentioned, Liam Coe. And then just 1 hit on the evening for Hedgesville. That coming from Michael Fortney, 1 for 1. And then the walk coming from Logan Harper. And looking the pitching, it was 8-4, 5 2/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, and then he had to come out after the pitch limit, reached 90 pitches, 63 for strikes, faced 27 batters. Carter Boyd comes in for a third of an inning and gets out of it. He has 3 pitches, 2 of those for strikes, and it's an overall win for Martinsburg. They advance to tomorrow night's area championship game. So the winner of that game tomorrow night will be the area champion and then have off until next week. But Colin, that'll be against Morgan County tomorrow. And then Hedgesville will await the winner of Jefferson South Berkeley that's set for tomorrow. They'll play the winner of that game Monday at 7 p.m. So Hedgesville will get a day off. Martinsburg will have to play tomorrow. But an elimination game tomorrow for you and Nick.
It'll be a lot of fun to get 2 more games on hand tomorrow, as it's the last day of a doubleheader. Is Monday and Tuesday. We only have 1 game each, but an elimination game is always tough, and then a championship game is always tough. So looking forward to tomorrow's events.
All right, well, that will wrap things up here. I want to shout out the Martinsburg baseball coach, Aaron Byler, and Hedgesville Eagles baseball coach, Eric Grove, for coming on during the game talking to us. For our cameraman, Braden Schaffner, Nick Verzolini back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin. I'm Spencer Dupuis saying so long. Have a good rest of your evening on the radio. Tune in to Nats Baseball following the end of our coverage tonight. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 4:20 p.m.
We thank you for listening to live play-by-play coverage of Little League All-Star Baseball. Little League All-Star Baseball is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. All rights reserved.